We are here from Texas Motor Speedway, the Lone Star State, for the IRSS Texas 100. I'm Ace Flagar, joined by James Hartley. Here for the second race of the round of six. 6 playoff drivers. Next week we'll go down to 4. After next week we'll be down to 4. And James, how are we feeling about Texas tonight? It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a long one. But how are we feeling about it so far?
A long one's it's for sure. It's a it's a real interesting racetrack. It's similar in design, to Atlanta and Charlotte, but I think tires going to be a huge part tonight. So definitely going to be an interesting race to watch.
Yeah, tires are a pretty big thing here at this racetrack. But it's going to be a long night for a lot of these drivers, as practice is complete. It'll be Blake Witkowski, top of the leaderboards. Aaron Stanton, Todd Witkowski, Blake's dad. Josh Henderson, 4th. Stephen Henning, 5th. Rounding out your top 5. 2 of those drivers are playoff drivers. It'll be interesting to see tonight. First driver going out on track is going to be Josh Henderson in the 71 truck. James, what's it like having to save tires here? It's not the same banking all around this racetrack in the corners. 1 and 2 is a lot wider. Definitely can go 4, 5 wide into the corner. 3 and 4 is a lot tighter, but a lot more banking, carry a lot more speed. What's it like having to save tires on that?
I was never great at it, myself, any track specifically, but it's very difficult to save tires here. Because you mentioned the banking difference in 1 and 2 compared to 3 and 4. So yeah, saving tires is definitely not easy here. So it's definitely going to be a battle of who can manage that the best.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle to see who can stay out front and save your tires. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a fun one here tonight. As we're watching Josh Henderson right now coming to his first time lap. So coming to complete his first time lap, he'll go top of the boards. Cade Cannon follows right behind him, though.
Looks like Mark Allen Bivens now on track as well. He set his first lap, 30.1.
Yeah, Bivens having a good season so far. Wasn't able to make this round of the playoffs, so eliminated from playoff contention. At the line, he will go top of the boards. Mark Allen Bivens, last week's winner. Cade Cannon will go top of the boards. A insanely fast lap there for Cade Cannon. Levi Ramsey across the line. Goes 6th quick. Let's take a look at Blake Witkowski. He's on his second time lap. This is his money lap. Oh, and he gets into the wall. That's going to do it for his lap. Not what you want.
Nice hit, speed dropping.
Not what you want right there. Want a good start, and he's not going to get it. It's going to be most likely outside of the top 10 tonight.
Miss, I want to ask you about that. Obviously, you've won here before, I believe, in IRSS. Starting that far back, I mean, how difficult is it to work your way through the field here?
I mean, obviously you can do it, but it's going to be a struggle. But, Blake's fast. He was fast last week, came home to a second. It's just going to be a matter of time. Drew Cox goes second quick. Elijah Fisher coming to complete his last lap. Will bump up to 5th. Stephen Henning on track. Coming out of turn 4 for his first lap. We'll put him P11. Todd Witkowski goes P12.
You mentioned Stephen Henning on his first lap. It was a 29.9. Now on his second lap, looking to improve into the top 10. As Benjamin Romano goes P9. And Henning across the line goes P7.
Yeah, right now, Blake Witkowski, last car so far to have qualified. Got a couple
And oh my
cars
goodness,
still to qualify.
18 car goes second.
Wow. What a lap from Todd Witkowski.
Yeah, there's definitely some drivers in here I think are a little bit newer as well. We have it looks like 2 sets of drivers that may be related. We have Felber and Witkowski, so gonna be a big field here tonight. Looks like about 20 cars.
We're going to do a quick commercial break, and we will be right back for your starting lineup here from Texas. Back here from Texas for your starting lineup here in the IRSS. Starting on pole, it's going to be Cade Cannon in the 33 truck. Starting second, Todd Witkowski. Third, Drew Cox in the 21, another playoff driver. Fourth, Mark Allen Bivens. Fifth, Mike Hauser in the 43 truck. Sixth, 15 truck of Elijah Fisher. Seventh, Aaron Stanton in the 27. 8th, Stephen Henning in the 12. 9th, 71 of Josh Henderson. Rounding out your top 10 is going to be Levi Ramsey.
Rolling off in 11th, we got the number 2 car of Benjamin Romano, and in 12th, Connor Gibson. In 3rd, Chris Leota, and in 14th, Blake Witkowski. 15th, Matthew Greathouse, and in 16th, a new returning driver, Ethan Skye, and in 18th, Cash Felber, 19th, Roman Felber, and in 20th, Dylan Gross.
There's your field tonight. Here from Texas, it's going to be a good one. As the Pace truck is taking the field off a pit road, the field's starting to get lined up and rolling off the pit road. 16 cars gridded here tonight. We're going to see who can get it done from the Lone Star State. Let's go over your race information here tonight. 100 laps here tonight. 4 sets of tires. 60% fuel. It's going to provide some good racing if we can stay green. This 1.46 mile cookie cutter oval. 76 degrees here on track. 77 in the air. Unlimited chances for a green-white checkered. It's going to be a good one here tonight. Who is going to come away with the win here tonight? I think tonight you got to keep your eye on Stephen Henning. He's been showing real strength throughout the season. See if he can break through tonight and pick up a win.
Ready to go here at Texas. Pace car is off. And green flag is in the air. Cade Cannon pulls away. We are green, and Texas clears the outside line going into turn number 1. And down to the inside, Todd Witkowski is going to form up behind him. Down the back straightaway. Here goes Todd Witkowski to the outside of Cade Cannon. He's going to clear and bring a couple trucks with him.
Here comes Drew Cox. He's going to be able to clear on the outside. Dives it down to the bottom. Cannon now under pressure from Mark Allen Bivens. He's going to be on the inside of Bivens. Bivens on the high side.
Bivens still on the high side, trying to hang on against Cade Cannon on the inside. Up front, the battle for the lead is heating up between Todd Witkowski and Drew Cox in the 21 machine. On the outside, Mark Allen Bivens is going to clear Cade Cannon as we head into turn 3.
The battle back here for the 5th spot. Now the 6th spot, Levi Ramsey and Elijah Fisher. Ramsey on the high side. He's going to be able to clear Fisher for that 6th position.
And now moving to the outside, it looks like Elijah Fisher wants, or maybe that's Aaron Stanton trying to clear Cade Cannon and try and get a position up in the top 5. Todd Witkowski still leads over Drew Cox down the back straightaway. Mark Allen Bivens going to try and make his run.
Back here a little farther, the battle side by side, Elijah Fisher and Blake Witkowski. Blake already up 5 positions here tonight, looking to make it 6. He will not be able to clear. He stays on that quarter panel though.
And just like you said, he's staying on the quarter panel of Elijah Fisher on the high side. He's got some draft off Connor Gibson. Rocketing down the outside, still can't clear Elijah Fisher until just now. He is clear, dive to the inside.
Now he's looking to the inside of Gibson. He'll clear him already. Up 7 spots, up to 7th is Blake Witkowski. Now under pressure back here, Elijah Fisher again. Here comes Josh Henderson. He's looking to the inside. He'll clear into 1.
Josh Henderson gets the clear on Elijah Fisher. Barely, he's still hanging on Elijah Fisher, trying to get to the outside now as he's side by side with Josh Henderson, just behind Connor Gibson as we head into 3 and 4.
Yeah, big lunge there from Ethan Sky. He'll clear Elijah Fisher, and Elijah Fisher down 5 spots tonight. Not sure if something's wrong with that truck, but he just can't get the feeling right under it. 6 laps in, down 5 spots. Not a good look right now for Elijah Fisher.
Yeah, Ethan Scott to the inside of the 71. Yeah, it looked like they made a little bit of contact in the middle of 1 and 2. Todd Witkowski still leading out front. What a run!
And we got a battle back here in the back of the field. This is for 12th position. Matthew Greathouse. Can he clear? Yes, he will. He will take that 12th spot away. Now he's putting the pressure on Elijah Fisher. He'll go to the inside.
Matthew Greathouse now continuing the inside line run on Elijah Fisher. Can you clear? You know, Mason. You know, looking at the outside line versus inside line here. Where do you think you want to be? You know, for these position battles.
Honestly, I think getting all these spots you can is going to be really beneficial in the long run. But you know, you don't want to burn up your tires doing it.
It's very easy to do here as well. It looks like Matthew Greathouse clears Elijah Fisher.
We get the battle back here for 3rd. Aaron Stanton under pressure from Mark Allen Bivens. We got a battle again back here. That's Connor Gibson, Ethan Sky, Levi Ramsey all fighting for that 7th spot.
Now look here as Aaron Stanton comes under pressure of Mark Allen Bivens. He's got Blake Witkowski. They're all fighting for the 4th, 3rd, and 5th spots respectively. Down the back, Mark Allen Bivens can't quite get side by side with Aaron Stanton. This battle will continue on.
Another battle back here. Elijah Fisher was just under pressure from Greathouse was under pressure from Fisher. Battle is still going on here. At the front straightaway, it's going to be Gibson still holding on.
Yeah, Connor Gibson still holding on over Ethan Sky. down the back straightaway. Ethan Sky looking to the inside now of Connor Gibson. Way down the racetrack goes Ethan Sky and dives it down to the inside of Connor Gibson.
Gibson will have to give up the spot here, not too much faster. He will do. Another battle back here. It's Josh Henderson. It's a 4-car battle here. Five-car battle here.
5-car battle. 4 cars on the inside line. That's Josh Henderson, Elijah Fisher, and a couple others. They all get sorted out on the high side now, as they all look to try and get more positions up this racetrack.
Yeah, it seems like that outside line just isn't very good. Not sure how it'll be in the long run. Seems like that bottom is the most dominant line, 3 and 4. This gap between Witkowski and Drew Cox staying steady. Let's see who can prevail.
Still Josh Henderson out front, 2 cars back, side by side. That's Levi Ramsey and Matthew Greathouse side by side. As Levi Ramsey is going to clear down the back, we still have a battle for third. Mark-on Movens trying to close it on Aaron Sand.
Another battle back here. Still with this pretty big pack. These guys single filed out pretty well. Let's see if they can sort it out and maybe get a little spread out. Doesn't look like it with all this draft. Right now, Harvard Racing to the inside goes Greathouse.
And now the back entering into turns 3 and 4. Connor Gibson fell back off of Ethan Sky quite a ways after that battle.
He started to fall back. That time by, he was a little bit slower. Todd Witkowski, still the fastest car on track as of right now.
Looks like Connor Gibson's now going to get passed by Josh Henderson to the inside.
Greathouse will clear. Levi Ramsey. Ramsey will drop back into that 12th spot. Greathouse will take over the 11th position.
Josh Henderson still fighting on the inside. Connor Gibson around the outside trying to fight for P9, but Josh Henderson's truck on the inside just too fast and still side by side.
Riding on board with Connor Gibson. See the exhaust flame from the 71. He had to get out of it. Run Connor Gibson's going to have here. Out of turn 4, down the front straightaway. Gibson looks to the bottom. Won't be able to make it. Yes, he will. Dips a tire in the grass. Gets a little bit loose. Now he'll look to the inside.
Connor Gibson on the inside. Like I mentioned, he dipped that tire in the grass, trying to get the inside to work. Side by side with Josh Henderson down the back, but Josh Henderson just going to be fast enough to clear.
Yeah, Henderson had the better run on the outside there. Was able to carry more speed out of the corner and made it work. Another battle up here. Bivens Stanton. Bivens will stay right on his tail.
Mark Allen Bivens right in the back bumper of Aaron Stanton as they try to close up to the leader. Mark Allen Bivens right there now. Is he going to make a dive to the inside? We'll see. No, he will not.
Bivens maybe had a look there towards the outside. Didn't capitalize on it. In the 1, he will stay right on the back bumper as well.
It looks like we got a 4-car battle for the lead between Josh Henderson, Connor Gibson, Elijah Fisher, and Matthew Greathouse off of turn 2. Down the back, Connor Gibson, we are almost 3 wide.
Early into this race still. Only about 20% the way through. Greathouse sticks his nose in there. Forces Gibson up the track. Almost 3 wide.
Elijah Fisher trying to make a move on Connor Gibson and potentially Josh Henderson and Greathouse. And in front of these cars, there's a 3-car battle as well. Behind them, a 3-car battle. So could be a very interesting pack battle here in just a moment.
Yeah, the field staying really packed up from 5th back. Top 4 have really kind of started to break away. As Drew Cox has started to catch quite a bit, under 0.2 of a second.
Ethan Skye leading this pack out front in 5th place. He's got the cars of Wachowski, Cannon, and Henderson behind him. And these are all some fast trucks behind him as we go 3 wide off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. And that's going to be... Wow.
Cade Cannon is very slow. He had just lost a lot of positions.
Yeah, I wonder if there was anything wrong with the truck specifically, or if he just wasn't able to, to maintain that pace with them. Off of turn number 2, Ethan Skye still leading this battle. He's got a little bit of contact. Ooh, car down track.
What a save, Levi Ramsey. Let's take a look at what happened to Levi Ramsey here out of turn number 2. Goes up, just wasn't clear.
Yeah, it looked like Romano just...
Great save there. We got a battle for the race lead. Drew Cox right on the back bumper of Todd Witkowski. Watch that 3rd place car. He's coming. Mark Allen Bivens. Oh, he gave him the bumper.
Here comes Drew Cox. Clears over Todd Witkowski. We got a lap car coming up, but Mark Allen Bivens wants to make his mark known in this race. He's right there in 3rd, right behind these 2 leaders. And here comes Mark Allen Bivens down the back straightaway.
Yeah, that last
Drew
time
Cox,
by,
your new
Mark
leader.
Allen Bivens was the fastest race car. But we'll see. He has caught them very quick. He was about 3/10 quicker that last time by. Not looking pretty for Todd Witkowski. He possibly burned up those tires.
That's what we talked about at the beginning of this race. We talked about saving our tires, who was going to do it best. Todd Witkowski just not, unable to save those tires, for super pretty long time. And that's going to allow Drew Cox to get up front.
Yeah, Bivens got really loose there through 2. He was able to save the truck, but how did that affect those tires? Any little slide heats those tires up and causes them to go through a heat cycle quicker.
Out of turn number 4, Mark Allen Bivens lost quite a bit of time to the 21 car in front of him. We have a lap car as well ahead. That's Chris Leota.
Battle here. We got Josh Henderson and Ethan Skye going down the back straightaway. Henderson looks to the inside. Can he make it stick? Skye trying to make the outside work for the first time tonight. And it seems like the outside will prevail. He will keep that 7th spot.
Ethan Skye on the outside. The outside tonight's looked like the weaker line up until now, but Ethan Skye on the outside makes it work. And Connor Gibson on the outside of Benjamin Romano. And that'll work as well.
Yeah, Romano trying to make the bottom work. Wasn't able to here. It's Bivens. He is starting to catch.
Yeah, Bivens starting to catch up to the 21 car, but they're also starting to catch that 60 car of Chris Leota. How is that going to affect how these leaders fight out? He's going to get to the apron. He'll let him go by. Mark Allen Bivens trying to chase down that leader.
Yeah, he's staying pretty close to the back bumper there. Can he keep it? He's going to gain a little more every lap.
Into turn number 1. Drew Cox still leading. Mark Allen Bivens right behind him as we enter turn number 1 and 2. Mark Allen Bivens last time only about a 10th behind. As we get on the back straightaway, Todd Witkowski has fallen to just shy of 8 tenths behind.
He catches quite a bit through that corner.
And Witkowski pulling into the pit lane.
Yeah, Todd Witkowski, first driver into the pits. Bivens to the inside. He will be able to clear into the corner.
That's your 3rd race leader of the race so far. Mark Allen Bivens takes the lead. Actually, I believe that's the 4th. Actually,
Drew Cox is sideways. Sorry to interrupt you there. But Drew Cox with a big sideways moment there.
And a good save from Drew Cox to keep that car pointed straight. Mark Allen Bivens, 4th leader tonight, besides
Here
Cade
comes
Cannon.
a lot of drivers. Aaron Stanton, Blake Witowski, Josh Henderson, Mike Hauser, Levi Ramsey, Ethan Sky all in the pits. Ethan, I believe, is the first driver in.
You know, this has to, you have to wonder when is the fuel window here for these trucks.
You know, I would have to suspect it's pretty soon. We'll see. Here comes Drew Cox. Oh, and he's around. Bivens as well is into the pits, but Drew Cox is around in the grass. Will we stay green? Trying to get it refired. He will.
Ooh, and a big hit in the inside wall as well for Drew Cox.
We're going to have to go back and see what happened. VMT
21.
Oh. Just entering the pits, got on the apron, almost hit Bivens. Had to lock it up. Yeah, just big contact into the wall. Nothing really you can do.
I don't think
Todd Witkowski is going to assume the lead, I believe. And where is he? Oh, it's going to be a close race out of 4. Bivens going to have to come up and block him. He won't. Todd Witkowski is going to be your race leader. Alternate strategies
here. The 18 truck was very quick, you know, in the early running of this race. But you know, how quickly is the tires getting burned up on that 18 truck is a question that I think a lot of people are going to be wondering.
Honestly, I think it's just going to come down to if he can save his tires a little better this time by. I mean, or this round of running.
There he goes, Mark Allen Bivens in second, just exited the pit lane. Witkowski passes Mark Allen Bivens. It's going to be... I was on the replay, my bad. Todd Witkowski, Mark Allen Bivens right behind him.
Another driver in the pit, that's Benjamin Romano.
So Todd Witkowski, I mean, he has a very aggressive, you know, Mark Allen Bivens behind him. Mark's not in the playoffs anymore, so he doesn't really have any playoff contention to lose here. So you know, I have a feeling Mark Allen Bivens is gonna be going out there and going to go get it.
Yeah, at this point for Mark, it's get another win. He's racking up the wins.
Yes.
Just keep going.
Prove a point, you know. You know, season's over for Mark, you know, as far as the playoffs go, but you know, about 3 weeks ago, but you know, there's still a point to be proven. You know, keep winning races. He won last week internationally for the first time in IRSS, and it was an interesting race last week, but Blake Witkowski now up to 4th, so he's gone up 10 spots.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how Witkowski decides to drive this stint here. We're going to have to see. I think it's going to come down to being smart here.
Gap still around 6/10 from Mark Allen Bivens to Witkowski. I wonder if that's just Mark Allen Bivens saving his tires, or if, you know, they're about even right now. Aaron Stanton up 4 spots from where he started, and Bivens up 2.
Go back for further back in the field. Look at Greathouse and Henderson. Pretty tight here, exiting the pits.
And it looks like Henderson's going to get the nod over Matthew Greathouse going into turn number 3 and 4.
So far, we are all green flags racing here from Texas. We're going to go to VMTV nonstop. We'll be right back. You won't miss a thing.
Coming up to the line, being chased, and it was Braden Johnson.
Unbelievable finish.
It was 1/1000th of a second between them.
Green flag in the air. We are racing. The 2020 24 Hours of Daytona.
Door-to-door for the feature race lead here on the last lap of the race. Side by side for the race lead in the corner at Homestead.
Down the back straightaway, 3 wide again for the race lead. This is unbelievable stuff here tonight.
Aloma is going to have to be very deep on the brakes, and he is very deep on the brakes. It's side by side through the corner. This is for the win.
It'll be side by side. Davies low, Ottinger high. To the very inside is Garrett Lowe. 4 wide at the stripe. For all he's winning here on this outside line, neck and neck. Who's gonna back out? Does anyone back out? Verstappen starts to squeeze on the inside, and now he'll try and straight line it. Goes under the apron. Drag race to the line. It's so close to call.
Back here from Texas. You saw while we were under side-by-side, Mark Allen Bivens got passed by the driver of the number 27, Aaron Stanton. Battle here still going on between them. Bivens trying to regain that spot. He's trying to play catch-up at this point.
You know, Mark Allen Bivens, you mentioned he got passed, but look at Talbot-Kowski over a second out in front now of Aaron Stanton, partially helped out by the battle between him and the 76. But is that just another instance of this car burning their tires up, or out there, or is that just the true speed out there of that 18 truck?
I mean, I think it's only going to be time. Time is going to tell us. We'll see when it comes down to it. But we got the battle here between Mark Allen Bivens and Aaron Stanton.
Down the back straightaway, Mark Allen Bivens closing up to Aaron Stanton in that 27 truck. Gonna look to the inside. Mark Allen Bivens not quite enough to get there, but don't count out Blake Witkowski in the 4th spot. He's also here as well.
Yeah, Witkowski, he's pretty fast, and he used the pit cycle wisely to his advantage to catch up to these guys.
You know, we mentioned Witkowski got the wall in qualifying, had to start closer to the back, all the way in 14th. He's up to 4th position to Matthew Greathouse, 15th to 5th as well. And
both those
so those are
drivers
the
are up
next
10
two cars.
spots.
Yeah, both drivers up 10. Another driver up, you know, a few spots. Levi Ramsey started 10th, up to 7th. Along with Aaron Stanton, 7th up to 2nd. So Aaron Stanton now, Mark Allen Bivens to the inside of Aaron Stanton.
Can he make it work entering the corner? He will not. Seems like that outside line's really coming together now. Witkowski slowly starting to fall back. Blake Witkowski starting to fall back.
You see Todd Witkowski, that gap between him and Aaron Stanton closed significantly from a second now under 9/10. Closing that significantly, you have to wonder if those tires on an 18 truck are getting burnt up.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a good chance that they are, but I mean, he's keeping a consistent pace with these guys, running about the same lap times. Witkowski about 2/10 slower than the top three. I mean, that doesn't mean he's just slow and burning up his tires. He could be saving more than these guys, looking for that long run.
Yeah,
Here
that's his responsibility. Bivens to the inside.
Bivens takes the look to the bottom. Can that outside prevail? It looks like it might.
Stanton on the outside. Bivens still hanging on the inside. And it's going to work for Mark Allen Bivens.
Bivens back up to second here. Now he's got some work to hold off Stanton and go chase down Todd Witkowski.
Halfway into the race now, as on lap 50 will be 50 to go this time by.
"50 laps to go here from Texas."
Still caution free this race so far. Mark Allen Bivens having to hold off the hard charging Aaron Stanton behind.
Bivens really starting to catch the race leader of Todd Witkowski in that 18 truck. Gaps down to about 0.4 of a second across the line that time by.
You know, this is about, when we saw them start pitting last time was around lap 30-ish. Do you think we start seeing them pitting around like 60-ish, roughly?
I think we see them coming in about the next 10 laps.
Roughly about there.
I would say Todd, 8.
Oh, and a battle for position. Matthew Greathouse on the inside of Witkowski.
We got a battle for the race lead up here going on. Todd Witkowski defends the bottom. Bivens looking to the high side. Will file in right behind him out of 2. Now he looks
Bivens
to the inside.
Down to the inside. Side by side down the back straightaway. Mark Allen Bivens on the inside. Witkowski on the high side. The high side's been starting to work a little bit, but Mark Allen Bivens will slide right on. My caution's out.
Oh my goodness, that's Elijah Fisher, who had the spot before the caution came out.
I believe it was Bivens.
Believe so as well.
What happened to Elijah Fisher?
Caution out for the first time tonight. And it comes at the expense of Elijah Fisher.
Well, it looks like he just got into turns 3 and 4 a little hot. The car started to slide and... Yeah, the car just started to slide and he just lost control of the car. Very close call between him and Todd Witkowski to not have any contact there.
Oh my goodness, backed into the wall really hard, lifted that rear end up, held the brakes, did not slide down. Couple close calls there for the race leaders. We got pit stops underway here at Texas. Bivens leads us down pit road. This will shake up pit stops. I believe this is a blessing for Todd Witkowski here.
I think this is going to reset, all the, the drivers on a even playing field, as far as tires go here, and we get to, get reset, go back racing. So this is an interesting situation. Mark Allen Bivens going to be your race off pit road winner. Todd Witkowski second. Maybe that was Stanton in third. It's
going to be Bivens, Witkowski. Father and son, Todd and Blake, Aaron Stanton, Matthew Greathouse, Josh Henderson, Mike Hauser, Connor Gibson, Drew Cox, Stephen Henning, your top 10. Yeah, this is going to shake up the running order. We're going to have a couple drivers get the wave around. We're going to go to choose cone. We're going to be right back. We're under caution here for Elijah Fisher going around in turn number 3 and 4. We'll be right back here from the IRSS here at Texas.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
We're back here from the IRSS. We had a little bit of tempers flaring right before we go on back green. Levi Ramsey in the 6 truck. That's Elijah Fisher in the 15. Right there, just right hooks him. Not really much the 6 could do there. And not sure what started that, what caused that, but after we get a quick moment of, once these guys get spread out, we'll have to go back and take a look at it and see what led up to this.
I believe we're 1 to green.
Yeah, it seems like race officials are going to extend the caution to take another quick look at it. After our first caution of the day was Elijah Fisher going around in 3 and 4. Not sure what really caused everything to happen, but
Yeah, I wonder how this is gonna play out. Now we had the tempers under caution. I wonder if that's gonna carry over into this next green flag run that we're gonna get here. But cars are all set down the back straightaway, ready to go back racing at Texas.
here we go. It'll be Bivens on the high side. Your control car. We're green. Bivens with a great jump.
Marcon Bivens leading way out front now over Todd and Blake Witkowski. As you mentioned, I mean, just a great restart for Marcon Bivens. Clears out front by a huge margin and side by side for second out of turn number 2.
Yeah, it's going to be the father and son duo. The 28 and the 18, side by side. The newer tires on the bottom will prevail here. Oh, Bivens is slow.
Close slides up.
Bivens was slow, and it caused the 18 to get a little loose there.
Here comes Blake Witkowski.
To the point, it'll be Blake Witkowski. He'll take the race lead.
We have about a 6-car battle for the lead right now. 6 cars are all up front trying to fight for this lead. Marcon Bivens, what happened?
Not sure what happened there. Not sure if he got loose or hit the apron. He was slow on the track, and Blake left Todd no room, and it caused him to slow down, and it looked like he got loose and went up the racetrack.
Marcon Bivens now under threat behind from Matthew Greathouse as Witkowski pulls out front. Greathouse clears in front of Mark Allen Bivens. To the inside of Mark Allen Bivens again is Aaron Stanton.
Yeah, Stanton out at the bottom. All of these guys fighting for as many spots as they can get. Not sure what happened to the 76 and why he's so off pace. Really weird looking accident here tonight. There for the 76, but battle back here. It's going to be Josh Henderson and Drew Cox battling it out.
Side by side on the back straightaway, right behind Levi Ramsey, as Henderson gets right to the back bumper of the 6 truck, slides up the racetrack a little bit as 21 goes underneath. Up front, still Blake Witkowski way out front by 6/10 now over Mark Allen Bivens. Matthew Greathouse behind as well. Aaron Stanton, Connor Gibson, Todd Witkowski, all ahead of the 76 truck of Mark Allen Bivens.
Battle here now. This is for the 4th position. Todd Witkowski and Connor Gibson battling it out. Another battle back here. Josh Henderson and Drew Cox. Cox side by side.
You know, if they can get up there, you know, put Levi Ramsey in the mix as well. It'll be a 3-car battle for the bottom half of the top 10 between Ramsey, Cox, and Henderson. Right ahead of them, Stephen Henning, and then Mark Allen Bivens as well. Farther in the back of the field, it looks like Ethan Sky is 35 laps down, so unfortunate night for him.
Yeah, battle here for second. Starting to heat up in the defensive line. Greathouse, Stanton battling it out for second. They're running almost identical lap times. About low 30s. Some of the drivers running low or high 29s.
Levi Ramsey now to the inside of Stephen Henning. And Mark Allen Bivens just ooh, looks like Levi Ramsey got a little loose entering 3. It's able to keep it going.
At the line, 8th. Drew Cox. It's not a good night for him so far. We got a car in the pits. It's Benjamin Romano in the 23.
23 of Benjamin Romano, a lap down. This might put him 2 down if these cars can get there quick enough. Witkowski out of 4, yeah, so he's going to go 2 down. But a battle for the lead. Matthew Greathouse has caught up to Witkowski.
Yeah, Witkowski really starting to save the tires. Lead Greathouse really starting to push here.
Aaron Stanton as well in this battle, as well as Todd Witkowski. Then it gets a little further back to Connor Gibson. So top 4 really right now, all under the same roof right now, battling for this lead.
Here a little further, a lot of cars bunched up. Henning to the bottom, Henderson to the top, Henning on the bottom. Another battle here, it's Levi Ramsey and Drew Cox. Cox on the bottom, he looks good. Henning is slow, Ramsey will go to the outside. He will get the spot. Not yet clear.
Levi, it's close. Stephen Henning tried to defend the position. It looks like Levi Ramsey is going to clear down the back straightaway over Stephen Henning as we enter turns 3 and 4. Drew Cox now on the outside of Stephen Henning. He'll clear as well.
Battle here between Connor Gibson and Mark Allen Bivens. Mark Allen Bivens going to fly right past him. Bivens Really starting to turn up the heat here. He's running the same times as these lead cars. 2 tenths quicker than the car right in front of him. That's Todd Witkowski.
Connor Gibson, like you mentioned, just got flown past by Mark Allen Bivens, trying to do anything he can now to catch back up to that 76 truck. As Witkowski has extended his lead out front a little bit more over Matthew Greathouse than it was previously.
That's under 2 tenths of a second. Yes. Witkowski, I think, is better at corner entry, but Greathouse closes right up to him. Exited the corner. Under 2 tenths, heading into 3.
Into turn number 3, Matthew Greathouse looking for anything he got, any little bit of speed to try and catch that number 28 car out of turn number 4 across the line. We go at the line this time. It's even less of a gap.
Greathouse almost has that gap down to less than a tenth. He is right on the back bumper of Witkowski in the 41. Sorry,
to the inside. Are we going to see contact to the inside? Matthew Greathouse looking for the lead. Still side by side as we head down towards turn number 1 through the dogleg. Down the back straightaway, Matthew Greathouse just barely out in front. Side by side with Witkowski now into turn number 3. Matthew Greathouse still looking for the lead.
Yeah, Witkowski there. Not going to be able to clear.
But here comes Witkowski. Looking right back to the inside. Goes a little into the grass side by side into turn number 1. On the outside now, Matthew Greathouse with a run out of turn number 2 is going to clear the 28 truck and the lead. What a battle. Now out front is Matthew Greathouse, extended to a 10th now. 6 tenths off for Aaron Stanton. As Matthew Greathouse continues to Alright, I gotcha. Yeah. Matthew Greathouse still leading here at Texas over Blake Witkowski, that time by 2 tenths the gap even into turn number 1. Blake Witkowski looking to the inside now to try and get closer to that 40 truck down the back straightaway out of 2. Not going to get there. Aaron Stan in 3rd, 6 tenths off of the leader. He's still in this battle as Mark Allen Bivens looks to try and chase down Todd Witkowski.
He's looking to make an impact here.
Looking to the inside.
Gets real close to the bumper. Almost gives him the bumper. Witkowski a little loose. He's very loose there. Bivens loose as well.
Down the back straight now, Mark Allen Bivens to the inside. He's got his bumper there on Todd Witkowski. Goes to the inside, clears the 18 truck without a problem. And Mark Allen Bivens up into 4th place out of turn number 4.
Yeah, Witkowski starting to keep an even gap with Matthew Greathouse, but an even gap's not going to win you the race if you're Blake Witkowski. 23 to go. When do we get our final pit stop?
I'd say roughly, if it's looking, about every 30 laps or so. We had our caution, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. 54. So you go about 30 from there. About 84. So maybe roughly about 4 or 5-ish laps here.
Oh, Greathouse is very loose.
Good save from Matthew Greathouse out of turn number 2 to keep that car still going. And Blake Witkowski We have looks like a car. Looks like we have Josh Henderson. Low side. Is he going to be going into the pit lane? Yes, he is. Josh Henderson into the pit lane.
Yeah, Henderson, the first driver to commit to this strategy. He will be able to make it on fuel. He needs a desperation undercut. We'll see if he can make it work.
I wonder how many more come down.
A little more.
Who else comes down this time? You see maybe Blake Witkowski maybe come down this time by. He will come down. Aaron Stanton stays out. He'll take the lead.
Oh, basically the whole field's coming in this time by. Witkowski got side by side with Greathouse entering the pits.
Bring them all down. Bring them all down pit road.
All the way down pit road into their pit box. Greathouse has to check up to not hit the 28.
Who's going to win this race off pit road? It could be a crucial one without there being a caution now. The 18 of Todd Witkowski is into his box smoothly as well, just ahead of the 21 truck.
Drivers. Witkowski out of his box first.
He's going to win the race off pit road.
Bivens makes up a lot of ground.
Cade Cannon out front right now. We haven't heard his name for a little while here tonight. He was their pole sitter.
Bivens there. Made up a ton of ground.
But does Cannon still have to pit?
Yeah, Cade Cannon picked up last on 55. I'd suspect him coming in, I would say, next time by.
So Cade Cannon, your today's pole sitter, being chased down by Blake Witkowski, who's now running in the second position.
Whole field is
after
locked down. Cade Cannon is the only driver to not hit so far.
You know, I feel like, you know, once this field gets sorted, we'll be back to thing. But you know, Cade Cannon has to probably come down this time.
Nope.
If not the, he'll probably have to come down this time, and depends how much he saved.
I mean, James, think of it this way. Is it even worth trying to save 17 laps? Is it even possible? Oh my goodness, Greathouse sets the fastest lap of the race by about a tenth.
And Witkowski takes over the lead. Well, it's not the lead. The lead physically on track, but not position-wise, as he unlaps himself from Cade Cannon.
Yeah, Greathouse got majorly slowed up there, trying to navigate the current race leader of Cade Cannon.
Only now 3 trucks on the lead lap. That's Cade Cannon, Witkowski, and Greathouse. Now, I believe Bivens as well.
Yes, Stanton will be getting by him this time by. I would suspect Cannon comes in.
You know, I think if he doesn't come in here, it's not the right call. Still on track, Cade Cannon.
I mean, is it possible? He could be trying to save and go all the way. He might need a win to get into the next round. This could be what he needs.
You know, I think if the cars that unlap you, they still have to go all the way around again. There's like a chance that if you can just save your stuff for a little while here, I don't think he can make it, but there might be a chance. No, he's down in the pit lane. Cade Cannon.
I could see Cade Cannon coming in for fuel only here. I don't know how long a pit stop will take fuel only. I think longer than 25 seconds, but it almost might be worth a shot.
You know, you fuel up here, get on track. Elijah Fisher also in the pit lane right now as well.
Half a second gap for the race lead. Witkowski, Greathouse. Bivens in third. 14 to go.
Witkowski out front. If Witkowski were to win this race with Matthew Greathouse in second, the 2 drivers out front right now, Witkowski and Greathouse, they have gone from 14th and 15th respectively up to the 1 and 2 spots this race.
Without a caution, this race is going to get real interesting.
We've only had one caution so far on the night. That was for the spin of the 2 truck of Elijah Fisher in turn 4 earlier on lap 54. As Witkowski 4/10 out ahead of Greathouse exiting 4. At the line, the gap is shrinking just a little bit.
Yeah, 4/10 of a second, 11 to go. This time by. Cade
11
Cannon
laps.
still in the pits. Possibly had to come down for a penalty. Not
You know,
sure
maybe
though.
a penalty or maybe some damage repair as well. But you know, you have the fast repair, so I wouldn't see the need to use it. But Witkowski, the gap now under 4/10, 3/10 now the gap between Greathouse and Witkowski. This looks like it is shaping up to be a great battle for the lead. As this time by, it'll be 10 laps to go here at Texas.
Yeah, Greathouse has been pushing this entire stint about these last 10 laps with 10 to go for Witkowski. That time
Witkowski
by,
holding.
they're about the same pace-wise.
Gap went actually up a little bit from about 3/10 ish closer to 4/10. So holding his own out front right now. Blake Witkowski will have to see this time by. It's 9 laps to go from Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, Greathouse had a great lap there. He's under 3/10 and he's gaining quite a bit. He loses a lot corner entry of 1 and 2, also up to 5/10. So he makes it up out of with the run out, but that time by just not able to make enough, losing quite a bit. This time by 8 to go.
Witkowski still out front, as you mentioned, about 4/10 now. The gap out of turn number 4. The gap this time by at the update showing
Half a second exiting 2. Little under half a second. Can he make it up? They're running about the same lap time wise. It'll be them two when it comes down to it. This time by 7 to go.
Blake Witkowski down towards turn number 1, just over 4/10 the gap now, and to turn 1 and 2. Matthew Greathouse, do you think, you know, he burnt this stuff up a little too much to, you know, making it difficult to catch that 28 truck?
I think it's possible, but I wouldn't underestimate these tires here at Texas. You never know. I would say once we get to about 4 to go, he needs to be there.
Yeah, you know, this. You know, you mentioned 4 to go is, you know, would you say that's, you know, you're similar to Daytona, you know, similar to Daytona, you know, like the go time at Daytona, would you say that's 4 laps to go here is about when you need to be right behind that 28 truck?
I'm saying your go time may have been 5 laps ago. I mean, if Greathouse wants a chance to win this race, he's got to get there, and he's got to get there quick.
5 laps to go from Texas Motor Speedway. Witkowski out front by just over 4/10 still.
Yeah, entering 1, he just gets that gap up to 5.5, 6/10. Or, sorry, 5.5, 6/10. Just rockets through 1 and 2. Greathouse.
Coming back down to 4 to go. Here, this is at the line this time. The gap shrunk, but still over 4/10. Greathouse has got to do something. Battle for 3rd, heating up. Mark Allen Bivens has Aaron Stanton right behind.
To go this time by for Witkowski. Greathouse has chopped the gap down to 3.5. Sorry, to 0.35.
Witkowski through 1 and 2. Gaps down a little bit, but if we see anything from the last couple of laps, if Greathouse continues that trend, he's not going to have the time to get up there to Witkowski, as Witkowski looks to hang on here in the Lone Star State of Texas.
I think Greathouse needs a mistake from Witkowski. 2 to go for Blake Witkowski.
Through 1, Blake Witkowski this time 3 points. Looks like still 3.5. Back to the 40 truck of Witkowski. Greathouse. Behind him. Witkowski still in the lead as we go through 3 and 4. Coming back this time. White flag will be in the air this time for Witkowski.
Blake Witkowski, white flag one more time around for him. Greathouse might need a miracle. He dropped the gap into 2/10.
What is Greathouse going to be willing to do?
He's
in the wall!
Into the wall!
Witkowski can just drive home now.
Greathouse was doing anything he could to catch up. But it's
and
not
he put it in the wall.
Blake Witkowski is going to lock himself into the championship 4.
Blake Witkowski is going to win in the Lone Star State here at Texas Motor Speedway. What a finish here. Greathouse just pushed a little too much and got himself up in the wall.
Greathouse needed to do whatever he could to get the win. He tried to do whatever he could and was pushing hard. And he made it work. So I wasn't able to make it work. Got into the wall pretty good there. Came home with a podium nonetheless.
And Witkowski is going to burn it down on the front straightaway after a very good performance. 14th to 1st here at Texas Motor Speedway for Witkowski.
Both of our biggest movers finishing 1st and 2nd here tonight. A great race and a great finish. 3 really good drivers brought it tonight. We're going to get your 3rd place car of Mark Allen Bivens in here. Mark gets Mason and James up here in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you came home in 3rd. Pretty good points today. Might not have been the win you were looking for, but still, nonetheless, a good finish. You know, what was the strategy coming down with everybody else?
I don't know. I mean, I knew how easy it was to lose control of what you're doing whenever you got undercut, so I wanted to try to pit at the same time as them. Thought I had a pretty good pit stop, and I just wasn't able to execute on the short run. Everybody else was so much better on the short run than I was. I was definitely a longer driver tonight, and other than that, I mean, I think I ran pretty good. At this point, since I'm out of the playoffs, I'm just trophy hunting, but wasn't the win that I was trying to look for, but 3rd place is all right.
And Mark, obviously you said at this point, you're just looking for wins on the rest of the year, like you picked up last week. We saw you were fast, battling the 18 truck all night. Just walk us through. Did you think you had the speed to win tonight?
I think that if it was staying grid, I definitely had it. But you never know. I don't want to get in here and say that I deserve that win or I shoulda, coulda, woulda won. I didn't end up winning in the end, and I didn't execute when it was go time. So that's going to be on me. And congratulations to Blake, Matthew, and all the playoff drivers tonight. And we'll move on to the final 2 weeks of the season. Yeah, just finish it off good.
Yeah, congrats on the 3rd place finish tonight. Any sponsors and family, friends you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody in this league that helps out. I'd like to thank all the admins. I'd like to thank y'all too. Also like to thank Race Control Nolan. I'd like to thank just everybody that shows up every week. Everybody that came out tonight. We had a really good show. Didn't look like too much controversy out there as you've seen in the past weeks, but I also like to thank Connor Gibson and Ethan at Costco Guys Motorsports, and I think that the third place finish is going to get 3 big booms. So boom, boom, boom.
Well, congrats on the third place finish tonight, and have a good race. Have a good rest of your night, and see you next week. Second place driver Matthew Greathouse. Matthew, Mason and James up here in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, congrats on the second place finish. You gave it everything you got there at the end. You know, what was the strategy there throughout the race?
Well, I mean, I was kind of late to the party and didn't get to qualify, and kind of last minute decision to race tonight, and I didn't have anything to do, so I was like, heck, I might as well jump in here. I like Texas a lot. It's probably one of my favorite tracks on the game. They're on the server. And yeah, I mean, I started 15th or whatever, so it's like pretty far behind it at the get-go, and just methodically made my way through, and I noticed I was pretty fast on a long run compared to a lot of them, and trying to bide my time, and then that last pit stop, I just gave up too much time. It was 100% my fault to put myself behind the 28. So, but he drove a good race. Once he got out front, he didn't make any mistakes, and he earned that one. So, wish I had about 5 more laps. I was pretty good in the long run. So, yeah, it was fun though. I like these league races where you get to run a lot of green flag and use a little bit of tire wear to my advantage. So,
You know, one thing, I want to ask, I'm sure you don't want to talk about it too much right now, but just that final lap out of 2 just barely got the wall. I mean, car just get out from underneath you, or just pushing a little bit too much to try and catch that 28 car?
yeah, I mean, Texas 1 and 2 is kind of tricky. It's ever since the reconfiguration, you got to be kind of tiptoe your way through there, and I knew that I wasn't going to get to him unless he made a mistake and I hit the corner, and I throttled up too soon and kind of got up in the dirty stuff, and I just kept my foot in, and I'm like, hell with it. I don't have anything to lose. I mean, I'm just here to have fun, so it wasn't going to cost me a spot, and I was hoping if I missed the wall, I'd gain enough speed to maybe have a shot into 3. So, yeah, just overdriving, really, just trying too hard, trying to on the last lap.
Yeah, you ran a really good, solid race throughout the night, and congrats on the second place finish. Anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors?
Yeah, I'll do Advantage Marketing and Management. They kind of jumped on board for another league, and I kind of just run the scheme in other leagues too, and try to promote that. And Off Axis Paint, all those guys down there in North Carolina, they're good dudes. So they've been behind me for a while now, and yeah, just thank you all for broadcasting and everybody up in Race Control. So it was a lot of fun tonight. Had a blast, and looking forward to potentially running at least one more race this year, and then maybe joining up next year.
Yeah, well, congrats on the second place finish tonight, and have a good rest of your night.
Yep, thanks guys.
Let's bring in your race winner tonight, Blake Witkowski. Blake, got a copy?
I gotcha.
Well, congrats on making it into the championship 4 with that win. What was the call on diving it down to the inside of Great House on that last stop?
I kind of called out I was pitting a little late, and I knew I could be pretty aggressive going on to pit lane, and I guess he made the decision pretty late to go into the pit. So I didn't see him until we were pretty much side by side. Earlier in the race, I guess where our pit boxes are right next to each other, we almost had a tangle in pits. So this time I remember to go low and give him plenty of room. I think I almost spun out. I did that twice now. I almost missed my box. If I missed my box, I would have not been had an opportunity to win. But yeah, good pit strategy.
You come home with the win, obviously lock yourself into the championship. championship round at Phoenix in just a couple weeks. Obviously, walk us through tire strategy tonight. Obviously, we know this track's tough on tires. How were you able to manage that tonight?
I'm gonna be honest. In the first 3 runs, I was horrible. I was good short run, but horrible long run. I knew Matthew was good long run, but I guess getting out in front of him on that last pit stop and then having clean air definitely helped a lot in that. Tell me win, because I knew with about 5 or so to go he would probably pass me, but he just never got up to me. One, because I think he was pushing too hard, and and he was burning up his stuff.
You ran a really just complete solid race throughout the night. One of the hardest chargers. You and Greathouse both up 13 spots tonight. Anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors? Any shout outs?
Same thing as last week. I want to thank you guys for the broadcast. The league owners for putting these on. Fun racing. All these guys here, are, for the most part, are pretty clean. It's nice having a good long run and not having talking until the races. Kind of how racing's supposed to be. Just log laps and no breaks in between. My teammates. The league owners for putting these on.
Well, congrats on the race win tonight, and have a good rest of your evening, and we will see you next week for Phoenix.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Matthew Greathouse, Blake Witkowski, driver of the number 28, your race winner here tonight. That's going to do it here tonight for us here at VMTV. We're going to go over your finishing results here tonight. It's going to be Blake Witkowski picking up the race win. Matthew Greathouse second. Mark Allen Bivens third. Aaron Stanton fourth. Todd Witkowski fifth. Drew Cox sixth. Connor Gibson seventh. Josh Henderson eighth. Stephen Henning Jr. ninth. Levi Ramsey rounding out your top 10.
And 11th, Mike Hauser, and in 12th, Chris Leota. 13th, Benjamin Romano. 14th, Cade Cannon. 15th, Elijah Fisher, and rounding out your field today, the 16th spot goes to Ethan Sky.
Yeah, a good run there for quite a bit of these drivers. That's going to do it here for us here at VMTV. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next week from Phoenix, Arizona for the final race of the round of 6. Good night.